Imagine this, the biggest star in women's basketball, the rookie who sold out arenas coast to coast, is suddenly rumored to be packing her bags for Europe. Caitlin Clark, the face of the WNBA, the very player credited with dragging women's basketball into the mainstream, is now at the center of whispers about a massive overseas deal. The buzz online is deafening. Some fans believe she's just moments away from accepting an insane contract that would change everything. Others insist it's nothing more than gossip. But one thing's clear, if Caitlin Clark ever left the WNBA for Europe, the league as we know it might never recover. So, what's really going on here? Clark's 2025 season wasn't supposed to end like this. After rewriting history at Iowa and entering the pros as the most hyped rookie in WNBA history, she quickly became the Fever's lifeline. But the dream season turned into a nightmare of injuries. A quad strain in May, a groin issue in June, another groin injury in July, a bone bruise in her ankle shortly after. Each setback chipped away at the hope fans carried. Finally, the Fever shut her down for the year. Coach Stephanie White said the truth out loud. There just wasn't enough time left for her to heal and return safely. That announcement crushed fans who had pinned their playoff hopes on Clark's comeback. And that vacuum, the absence of basketball, the silence from Clark was the perfect breeding ground for rumors, but that wasn't the whole story. The moment Clark's season ended, speculation flared. Social media lit up with claims that European teams were circling, dangling offers far bigger than anything she could make in the WNBA. Posts flew across Twitter and Facebook. Caitlin's already in talks with Euro clubs. The deal's insane, she's about to walk away. Some fans swore they had insider info. Others treated it like a foregone conclusion. One viral post even claimed she was just days away from signing. No evidence, no contract, just speculation amplified by the echo chamber of the internet. But the idea spread like wildfire. Maybe Caitlin Clark's next game wouldn't be in Indiana, but in Istanbul, Madrid, or Prague. And the more people talked, the more the question shifted from if to when. Here's the truth. As of now, no verified report confirms any European team has made Caitlin Clark a formal offer. Outlets have fact-checked the claims, and they all land in the same place. It's rumor, not reality. But the lack of hard evidence doesn't stop the noise because in sports, perception often matters more than fact. What fuels this speculation is history. Many WNBA players do go overseas in the off-season where salaries can dwarf what they make in the US. The temptation is real, and for Clark, who already generates millions in endorsements, the idea of combining WNBA stardom with European paychecks makes the storyline even juicier. Still, the line between possibility and inevitability is thin, and that's where fans get caught up. So why do these whispers about Caitlin leaving feel so believable? Money is the obvious answer. WNBA salaries can't compare to overseas contracts, where some players earn seven figures. For a superstar like Clark, European clubs would pay almost anything just to put her in their jersey. But it's not just money, it's control. In Europe, Clark could rest more between games, manage her body better, and avoid the relentless schedule that chewed her up this season. And then there's branding. Imagine the headlines, Clark conquers America, then Europe. It feeds the myth, the legend, the global story. In other words, the rumor survives not because it's confirmed, but because it makes sense, and if it ever became real, the consequences would be staggering. Let's be blunt. If Caitlin Clark walked away from the WNBA for Europe, the league would be rocked to its core. She's not just another player, she's the ticket sales, the television ratings, the viral highlights, the merchandise boom. Pull her out of the equation, and the league loses its momentum. Imagine it. Fever games go back to half-empty arenas. Television networks lose their ratings anchor. Sponsors second-guess their deals. Fans feel betrayed, convinced the league couldn't protect its fans aren't waiting for confirmation to share their feelings. Online, the debate is fierce. Some are furious, blasting the league for not supporting Clark enough, saying she'd be better off overseas where she'd be valued more. Others accuse the rumor mill of overhyping, insisting Clark is loyal and has no reason to leave. Quotes flood timelines. If Caitlin leaves, I'm done watching the WNBA. This league can't survive without her. Another counterpoint, Europe can't give her what America does her brand is here. The battle lines are drawn, with one side convinced she's gone and the other clinging to hope. And all the while, Clark herself says almost nothing. In an age where every athlete responds instantly online, Clark's silence is deafening. No fiery denial, no strong reassurance, just quiet, and that quiet leaves fans filling in the blanks. Some believe she's staying silent because the rumors aren't worth her time. Others see it as a sign that negotiations are happening behind closed doors. Without her voice, the story writes itself. And that silence might be the most powerful fuel for speculation yet. But there's one more angle that can't be ignored: the WNBA itself. The WNBA knows exactly what's at stake. Clark isn't just another star. She's the league's lifeline. And whispers of her departure could spook investors, sponsors, and networks. That's why some believe the league itself might step in, offering incentives, adjusting schedules, even rewriting rules to keep Clark locked in. Because here's the reality. If Caitlin Clark ever seriously considered leaving, the WNBA wouldn't just lose a player, it would lose its future. So, is Caitlin Clark really moments away from taking an insane European deal that could end the WNBA? The evidence says no for now. The rumors are just that, rumors. But the fact that so many people believe them speaks volumes about the league's fragile state and Clark's outsized importance. Maybe she never leaves. Maybe this is just internet noise. But the bigger truth is that the WNBA is now so dependent on one star that even whispers of her leaving feel like an existential threat. One thing fueling the speculation is the undeniable truth. Europe offers a stage the WNBA can't yet match. Overseas leagues in Spain, Turkey, and Russia have historically attracted American stars with bigger paychecks, lighter schedules, and passionate fan bases. For Clark, stepping onto that global stage would transform her from a U.S. sensation into an international icon. Imagine her highlights not just trending in Indiana or Iowa, but lighting up courts across Europe every week. For fans, that possibility is terrifying because it shifts the balance of power. Instead of Europe being a side hustle for WNBA players, Clark could flip the script, making it the main act. And if one star proves it's possible, what's stopping others from following? But that wasn't the end of the speculation. Caitlin Clark's season may be over, but her story isn't. Whether the Europe rumors are baseless or secretly building behind the scenes, they expose the reality of women's basketball in 2025. The WNBA's brightest star is bigger than the league itself. And that imbalance means every injury, every silence, every rumor becomes global news. So maybe she's not leaving today. Maybe she never will. But the mere idea that Caitlin Clark could walk away and take the future of the WNBA with her is enough to keep fans watching, waiting, and wondering. Because sometimes the scariest part isn't what happens, it's what could